Hello everyone!
Hey!
And welcome to Uncut Gaming,
Where we don't edit our videos.
but we do shuffle those decks.
Yes, and then we smash them.
And then we smash the decks.
That's how you smash decks together.
Yep. Welcome to Smash Up.
Yeah.
A relatively long time game. I think like 6 years ago it came out. Something around that time. And in board games, in modern board game times, it's quite a lot.
6 years, that's a lot.
I think so, yeah.
I think it's one of the first games that you bought.
Yeah.
Not the first, but definitely one of them.
Yeah, which will make it interesting to review at the end, because it has seen so much other games come in and come out, and it sort of stays.
I think we first played Smash Up when we went to a local event for gay board gamers.
Yep.
And one of the dudes there brought it, and we were like, yeah, sure. Let's give it a try.
Yeah. All right. So in Smash Up, each player chooses before the game 2 factions, each consisting of 20 cards. We're going to shuffle them together. I chose the Ignoble.
Flaunt? Come on, flaunt. They want to see it.
What, the box?
Yeah.
No, at the end.
Everything inside the box.
Yeah, at the end. We'll talk about the box at the end of the game.
Boo. I think it's more fun when you actually see the point of smashing, because we pretty much arbitrarily chose, except he did not arbitrarily choose.
No.
But I arbitrarily chose. And part of the fun of Smash Up is, yes, honey, flex it. Flex it.
Here we go.
I love it when you take out your big boy box.
The big geeky box. Whoop.
Big boy box. So part of the joy of Smash Up is that you have a virtual infinity of factions.
Yeah.
Because, you're never going to try all of them. And all of them play very differently. You have the aliens, which are about abducting cards from each other's decks and VP manipulation. You have the fairies, which are about being fairies and fairy things.
Yeah. So we should say that this is, we're playing a random assortment of expansions here. I think 2 expansions come out every year for Smash Up. One of them is a relatively small one. One of them is a relatively big one in the sense that it introduces new keywords to the cards.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And I don't remember exactly which factions these came off. You can look at the relevant sites to understand which exact factions come with each exact expansion. But basically everything is stored here. As you can see, there's plenty of room for more expansions to come. This is actually the smaller of the big geeky boxes. There's a new bigger geeky box.
Does it come with IKEA instructions so you can assemble the box?
Yeah. It's basically the Mystic Veil box.
I was expecting something more impressive.
No. All right. So that's Smash Up and the factions, and we'll talk about the different mechanisms perhaps at the end. I do want to mention that these playmats are
we printed
custom,
them ourselves.
Right? We created them ourselves.
We didn't create them. You found them on BGG, but we printed them and we laminated them in a local printer shop thing.
Because it's easier to keep track of all the numbers with the VPs. So that's custom. But other than that, everything is out of the box, including the lovely tokens, which are basically endless.
Yeah, they can stop adding them to expansions. I mean, I know what they do that, but they can stop.
Look at how many tokens. Doesn't make sense. All right, so let's talk about the factions that we've chosen, and then how the game works. So I've chosen the Ignobles, which are basically a not Game of Thrones deck. We'll go through the cards as we go along, but as you can see, we have very familiar characters here on the cards, which is fun.
Yeah, there's a Red Crimson Birthday Party or something like that, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, where is it? So I've chosen this because in order of the time that we're shooting this, which is the season 8, here it is, the Red Birthday Party. Ooh. Right. So this is Game of Thrones, and because we're uploading a video to the internet, no internet video will be complete without cats.
The cats one is actually really cute because it all references very well-known memes,
Right.
and it's adorable to me.
Yeah.
I picked the Greek gods, or were they just called the Greeks?
Yeah.
They have
Mythic Greeks.
Mythic Greeks. They have nice minions, and all their actions are based on Greek gods, and all of them are unique. Usually you have 10 minions and 10 actions, and there's a lot of repetition between them because that's how you manage your deck. You know which cards are in there. But in the case of the Greeks, all the actions are unique, like favor of Poseidon, favor of Aphrodite, favor of Ares, and they all do different things. So they're fun to play, a bit less balanced. And there's the steampunk, which are usually references to steampunky things, and they're fun. I like the art on this one.
Okay. So how do we play Smash Up? So we take these 2 decks of 20 cards. We literally shuffle them together. I'll do that for you as well.
Oh yeah, I'm horrible at shuffling.
Right. And each faction comes with 2 base cards. You can play with whatever base cards you want, but we are playing with the specific factions that we chose, the basis of those specific factions. And during your turn, the goal of the game is to get to 15 points. That's tracked up there.
Yes.
And the way to get points is by smashing bases. And how do you smash bases? You put minion cards on those bases. You play minion cards on those bases. And once the strength of all those minions reaches the strength of the base, so for example, we put 18 worth of strength here at this base. Thanks. The base explodes or breaks.
Yes, the base reaches a breaking point.
A breaking point.
And then at the end of that player's turn, if the base is at the breaking point or beyond it, then the base
scores.
Now there are a few parts to the round, but that's the basic of it. Now, you want to talk about our setup with the cubes and all?
Yeah. So the white cubes track the strength of the base, or how much strength was put on the base. And the red cubes are just a friendly reminder that something is happening during play, as opposed to the text saying that once the base breaks, you do something. So this is just a reminder for us that we should pay attention to the special instruction at the bottom of each base.
Most bases are not relevant during play, so that's what the red cube is for. Usually you don't get more than 1 or 2 bases that have that. In this case, we somehow wound up with 3.
Yeah. The number of bases, by the way, is the number of players plus 1. So in terms of the cards, the cards are either...
So what, you'll have 9 bases?
Oh, number of players plus 1.
So 5 bases. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So the cards themselves are either minions or actions. And on your turn, you can play a minion and or an action in whatever order you choose. Right?
You have 1 minion, 1 action. None of them are obligatory. You can just pass. Mm-hmm. And the order is up to you.
Yeah. And at the end of the turn, you just drop 2 cards. There's a hand limit of 10, so you need to discard if you're above 10.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. And the majority of the game is written on the cards themselves.
Yeah, just the whole special thing is something I think we should mention, because that's a bit confusing to new players. A lot of the cards have the word special on them. Special is the only thing you can play outside of your turn. Otherwise, you can't play stuff outside of your turn. Mm-hmm. And it usually says when. Special when a base scores. Special after a base scores, before a base scores, and stuff like that. And once you get to that point in play, then everyone, with the starting player being first, play their specials, resolve them, and then move on to the next step.
Okay. So shall we go through the bases?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So we have the Cool Cat's Alley. Once during your turn, you may destroy one of your minions here to draw a cat.
A card.
A cat. All right. The Wooden Horse. After any player plays an action, not specifically here, he or she may give a minion here plus 2 power until the end of the turn. Okay.
Sure.
But it's after any player plays an action, he or she may give up. Okay, so not just the first time you play an action, every time you play an action. That's interesting. and the Oracle of Delphi. After you play a minion here, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's an action, draw it. Otherwise, return it. So, playing minions here
will be abused. Will be abused to death. These are, by the way, the mythic Greek bases, and this is the...
obviously kitty cat bases.
Yes.
Okay.
You want to start, hun? You have the cats. They're cuter.
Alright. So I'll play Muffin, the minion. Take control of a minion with power 3 or less until the end of the turn. Obviously, there are no minions to take control of, but I will... sure. Yeah. Why not? And I get to play an action. No. Okay, I'm choosing not to play an action. End of my turn, drawing 2 cards, and it's your turn.
Yeah, we forgot to mention this, but you start with 5 cards in your hand.
Yep.
At the end of each turn, you draw 2 cards.
Yeah.
Hand limit is capped at 10 cards by the end of your turn. So once your turn is done and you've picked up 2 cards, you may discard how many, so you're down to 10.
Yep.
Anything else?
Nope, we actually mentioned all that.
When?
What
the hell was I doing during that?
I don't know, you were listening. Alright.
Evidently not.
Not, yeah. Alright, your turn.
Probably reading my cards. I haven't played with the steampunk in ages. I don't remember them. Okay, sure. Oh, but that works well with that dude. Okay, after you play a minion here. First of all, this is Argonaut. He is both a minion and an action. Technically, he's a minion, but I can use him as an action whenever I fancy. I think that because of that, I'm gonna play Jason first. After you play a minion here, reveal the top card of your deck. It's a minion.
So you return it, okay.
Yes, and then I play Argonaut as an action. We want to go over the cards. We don't want to go over the cards. Sure. Ongoing, after the first time you play an action each turn, choose a base. All your minions there gain +1 power until the end of the turn, which is nice. And triggers all abilities that would trigger from you playing an action. Special, anytime you can play an action, you can play this card instead, which is what I did. I played him as a minion, and I played him as an action.
So this is on 6, right?
Yes.
Anything else?
Nope.
You seem underwhelmed. Yeah, I think you technically played a minion here. Maybe you didn't. Like the second time.
And then I revealed it was not an action, and I didn't see the point in checking it the second time.
Yep.
I think that he also counts the second time as a minion, even though I played him as an action.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yep. All right. So let's see. Okay, so I'm playing the action called Hang In There, which says play on one of your minions. Ongoing, if this minion would be destroyed, move it to another base and destroy this action instead. So it's a one-time move but don't destroy action, which is nice. And that is it for me. Your turn.
I'm gonna place the Spartan. Ongoing, place +1 power counter on this minion after the first time you play an action on your turn.
Okay, and you played a minion here, so you can reveal the top card.
And it's an action. Oh, hello, action. Welcome to my hand. So now I want to play an action for the +1 power. Play on a base, move one of your minions from another base. Here. Oh, it's a talent. So I can't do that. Okay, so I'm playing it here. This is played on the base. Talent means I can activate it whenever I want, once per turn on my turn. Move one of your minions from another base here or from here to another base. Now, I'm not going to use it, but I did play it, and so I get +1 power.
Token, yep. Very nice. So and you added 4.
Yes.
So we're on 10. Okay. Interesting. So I'll play. This is interesting. I'll play Mr. Grumpers.
Mm-hmm.
He's grumpy.
Oh.
Choose a minion. It has -2 power until the end of the turn. So I'm choosing this minion.
Okay,
right?
so this now counts as 2.
Yeah.
By the way, since you played a minion on this base,
Thank you. Yep. It's an action. Great.
take it.
Now, sure. Now I'm playing Invisible Bicycle, which says choose a base. I'm choosing this one. Move any number of minions of power 2 or less from there to another base. So I would like to move these two over here.
Sure.
And because I played an action, I may give my... doesn't matter, right? Nope. Okay, so this is discarded. Now let's recalc the number of...
So this one is down to 5.
Yep.
Whereas this one, the -2 is already gone.
Yep.
So I have 6, you have 3, this base is at 9.
Okay.
Okay, let me just count my... I can use this. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna play Captain Ahab over here. So I reveal the top card of my deck, and it is an action, so I take it. Great, that was my minion. I'm gonna use the talent from this Zeppelin to move my Spartan over here. I'm gonna use the talent of Mr. Ahab to move it over here. After any player plays an action, so that's any action. I haven't played an action yet, but I will. So 1 second, let's do the mathy math. So these are 6, these are 6. I'm at 12 in this base, and you're at 3. That's a total of 15. Very good. I'm gonna play Rotary Slug. Play on a base. Ongoing, your minions here have +2 power each, so that's an additional +8. We're at 23.
Wow.
And I get to put on one of my minions a +2. Let's take the Argonaut.
Very nice. Okay. So that's it. I don't have anything to play. So, yeah. I think let's score the base.
Okay.
All right,
So
you
I
get
get
3.
1, 2, 3 points.
And I
And
get
you
2.
get 2 points.
And everything goes back to the discard pile. And the base goes somewhere else. And a new one comes out. It's the House of 9 Lives.
It's another base that's yours.
Yes, it says if a minion or at another base would be destroyed, its owner may move it here instead. Okay.
Just to clarify to the viewers, I'm separating my discards because I know that the steampunk have a lot of search for your discard and take actions out.
Okay.
So I
That's
have
fine.
a minion discard and a action discard.
Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so let's play. Choose one of your minions. Draw cards equal to that minion's power. So I'm drawing 2 cards. And destroy that minion. So I'm destroying this minion. This goes back to 0. And now I can play a minion. And we destroyed. Alright. So let's play Whiskers over here.
Reveal a card from your deck.
Yep. I'm revealing a card. It's an action. It goes into my hand. And I can activate its talent, which says play an extra action. And that action would be... Interesting. I'm going to give control of one of my minions to another player. So this is yours now.
Yay, thank you.
To
Whiskers looks cute.
Yeah, to draw 2 cards and play an extra minion. Okay. I have a minion.
Is it permanent? Is it till the end of the turn?
No, it's permanent.
So this is mine now.
Yes. I may take it back though.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Betrothed, which is Nasansa. Very nice. You may give control of this minion to another player. Ongoing, the owner of this minion gains 1 VP if another player wins this base and controls this minion.
She's the one who gets killed by the harpies, right?
By the what?
That was a joke spoiler. I haven't watched Game of Thrones. Go on, honey.
Harpies, right. So this is interesting. The owner of this minion gains 1 VP if another player wins the space and controls this minion. No. I'll play her here. Yes. Okay, end of my turn. I'm drawing 2 cards.
Okay, I'm gonna play the Zeppelin on this base. It's an action on a base, and that is it. Drawing 2 cards.
Okay.
Look at this art. It's so cute.
So I'm gonna play the cat fight. Choose one of your minions. Draw cards equal to that minion's power. So 1, 2, 3. And then destroy that minion. Now because it is destroyed, if a minion in another base would be destroyed, its owner may move it here instead. So I'm moving her here. And now I can play a minion.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right. Let's see. Okay. So let's play Queen Fluffy. She's fluffy.
That's always important.
Yeah. Take control of minion power 3 or less until the end of the turn, which is a talent, so that's fine. So this one's on 5, this one's on 3, and it's your turn, and I need to draw 2 cards and then discard down to 10.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play a minion here. So I reveal the top card, and it is an action. It goes into my hand. Now what this minion does is choose an action from your discard pile that can be played on a base and play it as an extra action. So I'm going to take an action that says play on a base. For example, this rotary slug, and play it as an extra action. So now I am at 8 plus 4, that's 12. And now I'm wondering which of my options to do, because this is actually, you know what? I still have an action, right? Aphrodite. Play an extra minion. I play Miss Steam Queen, who reveals the top card. It's a minion. I don't take it. However, she's an extra 5, which puts us at 17, and I have +2 from this. So I scored this base by myself, unless you have any specials.
Yeah. Special before a base scores, take control of minion you own there. So this is mine, so this goes there.
Very good. So you got 2 points out of that single special. That's nice.
And everything gets discarded.
Now, because this... No, technically, if we would have had to recount, this base would not have scored.
But it doesn't matter.
But it doesn't matter. After a base scores and we reach the score phase, even if you do move the minions or destroy some of them, it doesn't change.
Okay, now we have Winter Squashed, which is not Winterfell. After you play a minion here, you may give...
Squashed. It's cute.
Yeah. After you play a minion here, you may give control of it to another player. Okay.
I hate this faction.
Why?
It's so silly.
Yes, it is.
And when you add it with the cats that are inherently silly, it's just silly.
Yes.
That's why I chose serious big boy factions, unlike
Oh,
your
wow.
frivolous nonsense.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Big boy factions.
Yeah. All right. Let's play this. Whiskers. I'm going to activate the talent. Play an extra action. So I have 2 actions now. Let's see. No. Okay. So I'm just gonna destroy one of my minions, which is Fluffy, and instead of destroying her, I move her here. Yep. And that is it. So now I have 7, 12.
I don't want this base to score without my assistance in some way.
And I think that's it. So 2 cards for me and your go.
Let's see if I have something that resurrects actions. Yes, I do, but it doesn't come with an extra action, which is an issue. Fine. Okay, I'm playing the mechanic. Choose an action from your discard pile that can be played on a base. And it's gonna be the Rotary Slug again, which is an amazing action in my opinion.
So you added 6. So
yes.
We're on 18.
Yes. And I will play as an action the Locomotive. Play on a base. If you have a minion here, you have +5 power.
Wow.
So that base scores. I have a 4 + 7. That's 11.
Yep, and I have 12.
Yeah. But the reason I got it as high is because I don't want you to reduce the power of the minion and take control of it.
But it scores anyway.
Yeah, but I only have 1 minion.
Oh,
if you would have managed to reduce the power next turn, I'd be getting 0. Okay, so I get 1, 2.
Yep. And I get 4.
And you get 4.
And all of these go away. And moving on to the Spiky Chair Room. Ooh. At the end of the turn, that player has played. At the end of any turn that a player played at least 1 minion here, they may destroy a minion they own to draw a card. Interesting. Okay. Right. So I will play. Let's see. Yeah. So I'll play Betrothed.
Yes.
And I will give it to you.
Yay.
And I will, as an action, play Hissy Fit?
Hissy Fit.
Yeah. Play on a base. On going, all other players' minions here have -1. So this is on 2.
Why are you giving me your beard, honey? I have no interest in her.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna play Favor of Athena. Reveal the 5 top cards of your deck. You may place one of the revealed actions onto your deck.
Okay.
And then return the rest in any order. So I'm gonna take this one, and I will sort the rest. Look at this art. She's so cute. Only look at Xena. She's displeased.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just sharing with our viewers that I have 0 minions.
Oh.
Which is why I played this, so I can make sure I get 2 minions next turn. It's your turn.
Okay.
It happens. That's just how the game goes.
Yeah. So, okay. Let's see. Oh. The end of the turn that plays at least one minion, they may destroy a minion they own to draw a card. No. Okay.
You can.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Yeah. So I am going to play the Sneaky Squire. You may give control of this minion to another player to play an extra minion. So I'm going to play an extra minion.
Mm-hmm.
Muffin.
Yay.
I can take control of a minion of power 3 or less to the end of the turn, but it doesn't really matter. And my action would be to... Wait. Oh, yeah. And then my action would be to take control of a minion you own, play an extra action. So let's say this goes back to me.
Mm-hmm.
And my next action would be to...
The base is at 7 at the moment.
Yeah. To take control of a minion you own to play an extra action. So this goes back to me. Things are changing hands. And the next action would be to give control of one of your minions to another player to draw extra 2 cards and play an extra minion. So he moves back to you, all very politically. And then I'm playing another minion. Choose a minion, has -2, doesn't matter. And that is it. So I'm on 8 + 1, that's 9. Yep.
Hate your faction.
Yeah, I'm gonna, at the end of my turn, I'm gonna destroy a minion that I own to draw a card. So that's 1 card, and that's extra 2. Okay. No, there's a card called Foot of the King, which is funny.
Yes.
Foot of the King.
Yes. I have no idea how Hand of the King is relevant because I haven't watched the show, but I assume it's hysterical.
Yeah, it is.
Do you have anything else you want to play that will do close to nothing?
Why? I played like minions and
I just
stuff.
don't like the faction.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's a personal preference. I don't like the way they handle.
Yeah. Okay.
So this one, if you're second place, you get 4.
Oh, did you notice that?
Okay. Plays an action. I'm going after you play an action. What was the one that lets me do the thingy?
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry, I have a lot of stuff to read. So I'm playing Odysseus. After you play an action, place a +1 power token on one of your minions. That includes him. So I do Favor of Hermes, which is play 2 extra actions.
Ooh.
I will place Favor of Hades. Place an action card from your discard pile onto your hand.
Okay, so that's an...
We said that he's an action.
Yeah. And you get another action.
Yes, I have another action, which will be to play this dude who is an action.
Okay.
So I put another +1 power core token on Odysseus.
Okay.
And now I am at 10 minus 2, that's 8. And you're at 8.
Yep.
So the entire base
16.
is on 16. I'm wondering...
Yeah.
If I remove him and play another action, then the base would be at 14. I think that's better. I'll play another action. You can leave the token here.
Okay. So that's 7 plus 8. That's 15. Okay.
Okay, I'm playing an action that says place one of your actions that is on a base or on a minion in your hand and play it as an extra action. So we get to put another power token on him in a second. And I will play it over here. So I played an action, he gets another +1.
Okay.
So we're at what?
Yeah, 16. Put another one.
So this is 9.
Yeah,
this is 9 minus 1, 8,
8,
8, 16.
16, yeah.
Okay. And it's your turn.
Okay. So we just need 4.
I think you can handle it.
I can, but the question is, do I have to,
I don't think I can easily beat you, if I have to be honest. But I do want to have some representation here.
Bummer. Sure. So let's play. What?
Nothing. The birds were making noises.
Oh. Okay. So let's. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna play this over here. You may give control of this minion to another player to play an extra minion.
Very good.
So I'm playing the Foot of the King, which says at the end of your turn you may take control of a minion you own, which is nice.
Yes.
And now I get to play an action, which would be.
This base is currently on 20, so unless you change something, it scores at the end of your turn.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think that's it. So no actions.
Are you gonna do the Foot of the King thingy?
I wonder what's the order of things. Like, can I...
It says at the end of your turn, so that should be before base's score. But it's not relevant because it'll stay on the same base.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, I'll do this to move him here.
Okay.
And that's it. And then the base
scores. I don't have any specials. I don't think you want to play any specials. No. So you got first place.
Yep.
So you're at 12.
Yep.
And I only got 2. So I'm at 11.
Yep. And everything goes back to the discard pile. And we say bye-bye to the spiky chair room and look at the next one, which is the workshop.
When a player plays an action card on this base, that player may play an extra action.
Okay. Whew. End of my turn, I draw 2 cards.
Okay, I'm going to play these 2. This is Hercules and he's my minion. After a player plays an action, this minion gains +1 power, so we're going to do it virtually because it's still the end of the turn. It's not proper token.
Yeah.
And I played him, who's technically an action.
Yep.
So I have a +2 for each one of them, so that's 10. 10 permanent, and a virtual one, but
yeah,
the base doesn't score, so it doesn't. Plus the 2.
Okay.
Do I want to do something else? We're at 12 out of 18. Nope, go on, honey.
All right. So once during your turn, you destroy one of your minions here to draw a card. Tell it to move one of your minions from another base. Okay. Um, so this is interesting. I think what I'll do is I'll destroy him to draw a card.
Yes.
And now I'll play this thing which says each player returns out of sight. Each player returns a minion they own to their hand.
Okay, so I'm gonna return this.
And for a minion, okay, I'm gonna play her here.
Yay.
Okay, so now we're on.
You have to reduce 4. Hercules is 6. Yours is 3, so that's a 9.
Your minions here have +2.
Oh, so that's an 11.
Okay. And it's your turn.
Sure. Okay, so if I play an action on this base, I get an extra action. So I'm gonna play the escape hatch. Play on a base. When your minions are destroyed, place them in your hand instead of the discard pile. Do I have any other play on a base? No, I do not. So this will be my minion. He has +1 power on this base if I have any actions played on it. Now I played an action, so Hercules is technically +1. How much do I need? I need a +7. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. That's okay.
Not only is it +7, but if you win this, I win the game.
No,
if you win this,
you don't. You're at 12. Yeah.
So I did a double maneuver here.
Yeah.
Now you don't want this to score.
Exactly, which is why I said I need +7 there, and it's not happening.
Yeah.
No, it just isn't. Okay, I'm gonna use the talent of the Zeppelin to move Hercules over here.
Okay.
And I still have an extra action. So this base has what? 8 of my minions? Because this is +1. And I still have an extra action, which is nice. Okay, I'm gonna play Hera, which means +1 power token on 2 of your minions.
Oh, wow.
So this is a 10. And that's it. Your turn, honey.
Okay. So, fate of the favorites.
Yes.
Each player destroys a minion they own.
Why you like this? Why you like this? I own her.
No, I own her.
I control her. I don't own her.
Yep.
Okay.
I own her, so she goes away. So now you're down at 5.
Why like this?
But when your minions are destroyed here, place them in your hand instead of this.
Oh, you're right.
Okay. So again, I am going to, you may give control of this minion to another player to play an extra minion. So I'm playing him. At the end of my turn, I will take him back.
Very good.
And in terms of actions, let's say I play Grumpiness. So Hercules is grumpy.
And he has -1.
-2.
-2. Great.
At the end of my turn, he goes back to me. Little Tyrion here.
So we have
1,
6
2
plus 3. That's 9.
Okay.
Okay, so we're at 9 and you have 6 and I have 3. Let's see if I can do something interesting about that one. Hercules also gains a virtual +1 whenever I play an action.
What are
I'm
your
sorry.
thoughts?
I want to end the game either this turn or next turn because we're very close and you're a bit ahead. I don't think I can win it, but I can definitely make you slightly uncomfortable. So I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
To the best of my efforts. Now, theoretically, I could move Hercules over there,
Yeah.
where he has an additional +2.
Yeah.
So that'll make him back into his current form, which is 6. And then I could play an action and a minion. So I could get this base an additional 9. So that'll be what? A 6 plus a 9, that's 15. That's not enough to destroy the base unless I get... on this minion, after the first time you play an action on your turn. Virtually doesn't matter. 3 cards. I think I'll just do a bit of prep work.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back here. This is the Steam Man. He's worth 6 at the moment. And as far as actions go, I'm going to take an action from my discard pile and put it in my hand. This is what this does.
Yeah.
I just need to pick it. These are all minions, right? Minions and J. All minions. Sure. It's your turn. I'm done. I'm just thinking about what to pick. And I will not look.
Sure. So I'm gonna give control of this minion to you to play an extra minion.
Enjoy.
Thank you. I'm going to play here. Take control of any power 3 or less, doesn't matter. And then in terms of actions, I don't have a lot that I can do. So I'll just take control of him back.
Yay. So you're on...
So I added just 5. So we're on 14.
We're on 14 in this base.
Yes.
Great. And it's my turn. Did you take 2 cards?
Now it did.
Okay. Great. If you get second place in this, then we're in a bit of a bind. Question is, what can I do? This is...
If I get second place here, you win.
How come? I'm on 11. Oh, right, because you only get 2 VP.
Yeah.
Such a dilemma, such a dilemma. I could move the Steam Man over here, and then he's worth 4. So then I have, what, 7?
Okay.
That's great, but you have...
I have 6, 9, 11.
You have 11.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can beat 11.
Okay.
I'm just not sure exactly which order to do things. First of all, let's move the Steam Man via the talent of the Zeppelin. Just to a base or away from a base.
Okay.
Because he's on a base with an action, then he has an additional 1.
4.
So I'm at 7 and you're on 11.
You're in 7? Okay.
So my action will be the locomotive. Play on a base, ongoing. If you have a minion here, you have +5 power.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes. And because I played an action on a base, I get to play an extra action. So I'm going to play another Steam Man as a minion, and I still have an action. And my action will be... This base is busted, right?
What do you mean you still have an action? This was your action.
When a player plays an action card on this base, play on a base, that player may play an extra action.
Right. So how come... Oh, right. So this was your minion, this was your action, and you have an action.
And this was a talent, yes. So now I have an action.
This was a talent, yeah.
Yeah, sure. I play Favor of Hera, Favor of Ares. One of your minions gains +3 power until the end of the turn. Let's give it to Hercules.
Okay.
Just in case.
Yeah.
I think that is it.
Okay.
In
So the
theory,
only thing.
he has +5 because he gets +1 power for every action. I played 2 actions.
Okay. So I think you won. I'm just gonna play. Ken has cheeseburger, which says before base scores take control of a minion. They are part 3
None
or
of them are
less.
3 or less, though.
Okay. So you did win. Yep.
Hooray. So yeah, that favor of Ares really helped. Otherwise, you would have taken control of him, I think.
Yeah. Very good.
So yeah, I got 15, you got 14, and I won
Actually,
by
13, I think.
No, you
No,
were
yeah,
at 12.
14. Yep, it's true. Okay.
Yay.
You seem displeased.
That was a lot of stuff to read and handle. And keeping track of your goddamn cards.
All right. So let's talk about Smash Up.
We like this game a lot. It is what it is. It's one of those games where, it's very difficult to even talk about it because it is its own thing. It's silly. It's nonsensical. Some of the factions work so well together that you should not ever let anyone play them. Yep. Remember that ghost zombie thing?
Yeah.
That happened once, and that will never happen again.
Yep.
I think I was at 13 points when everyone else on the table were at around 3 or 4.
Yeah, definitely OP.
And everyone told me this is not happening again. Yeah. It hasn't
definitely
sense.
OP, yeah.
There are factions that are very underpowered. There are bad combinations. There are really fun combinations. And if you want to play something that's long and strategic, but you have enough whimsy in you not to take it seriously, then this is great.
Strategic?
Oh, tactical, I don't know, whichever. I do. You have to plan a lot ahead according to your factions.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know, how would you define that?
No, I think it's very circumstantial. I don't think it's...
I had 10 cards in my hand. I had many strategies at any given point. The same for you. You churned them very quickly and you planned ahead. This isn't a draw 2 cards, play one of them situation.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Right. So I would say that... so for me, Smash Up, I think it's a collection more than like something that I really want to play. Like I just want to have them all.
Judging you.
That's fine.
Actively judging you at the moment.
Yeah. So the things, yeah. So I think Smash Up for me balances out positively because it has a lot of charm to it, right? The factions are
a lot of personality.
A lot of personality. So the factions are funny. To a certain degree, they are able to match the mechanisms of the faction with the character of the faction, right? There are time travelers, which allow you to replay actions. There are zombies, which allow you to play actions from your discard pile. There are there are cybernetic apes, which allow you to put a lot of action cards, positive action cards on others, on other minions, because you upgrade them.
And you have the monsters which power themselves up. They kind of charge up because they're Frankenstein themed.
Yeah. So that's the pluses. I think the minuses are that personally I don't like race games, and this is definitely a race game where you can see that someone, just bursts ahead and you kind of know that it's over before.
But that rarely happens when you choose good factions with players. That rarely happens. It's usually very tight.
Yeah, you do need to know the game before that in order to assess that before the game starts. So I think that if you like card games, even if you like, let's say, Hearthstone or Magic to a certain degree, then you might enjoy this one as well. You just have to make sure that you don't take it too seriously.
Yeah, if you take the game seriously, it's very difficult to enjoy because it's not supposed to be... It isn't balanced.
Yeah.
It's not balanced in the least. Some factions we don't play with anymore because they're underpowered compared to new ones. And you just have to take it very, very, very lightly and just enjoy the experience because it's fun. It really is. We enjoy playing it.
Yeah, and it scales well, I would say. Although
Very
it's
well.
better to, I think, better to play with 3 players, because then the other 2 players can sort of, make sure that the third one who's ahead doesn't get ahead, which is important. And I think that in 4 players it's a bit too slow, especially with like new players, because there is a lot of text to read on the cards and there are a lot of options. So I would say that probably the sweet spot for this game is 3. But
there's also different levels of complexity to different factions.
That's
so
true.
in 4 players, someone
Right.
might just get stuck because they have
yeah,
the Game of Thrones faction, which is like
Yeah.
2 paragraphs each card.
right. Yeah. So I would definitely start with base game. The base game is great.
They're theoretically each individually playable, right?
Right. You can play each expansion on its own because it comes with enough bases and tokens and whatever you need to play.
Yes,
But I would start with the base game, I think.
definitely. It
Because
has a lot of the vanilla bases, which are the most balanced
without
out.
any special verbs like talents and all that stuff.
Which sometimes you need. It does get into a diminishing returns in terms of complexity.
Sure.
And
But if you
one of the latter
start with a
expansions.
base.
Yes.
And yeah.
Which other factions do you like other than the Game
Oh,
of Thrones
I
ones?
don't remember them as well as you. I don't really pay attention to their distinctness. I just like to choose stuff that are funny to me at the moment and just see what happens.
Sure.
It's just this is how I approach this specific game. It's just funny.
No,
Let's
it's
try
fine.
to
Very
make
admirable.
Jamie grumpy. That kind of thing. Yeah, we can mention the Munchkin expansion.
Because it's a bit different mechanically. It has treasures and it has monsters that are not in any player's control.
Right.
And we
wouldn't
could do a
start with that.
playthrough of that if anyone is interested,
Yeah.
but it's kind of grown out of favor because it's best to play the Munchkin
On its
as
own.
a standalone expansion, as a standalone game.
Yeah.
It doesn't work as well when combined with the other expansions, so it doesn't see as much play, even though we like it.
Yeah. So anything else that we want to mention?
Yeah, I'd be offended if I was the designer and you said it's more of a collection than a game to you.
At this point in time, we have so many factions, I just want to have them all. I don't really think that there is a benefit to getting the 10th expansion.
Yeah,
because we haven't played this enough.
Played the grannies and teddy bears?
I think we have. Once we got them, we played it once, and that's it, right? Because there's so many of them. It's really hard to play them and to get everything that you can out of them because there's so many.
Not only that, but at some point they do kind of start to rehash. I mean, the bears are all about movement, and the tornadoes are all about movement,
And the pirates.
and the pirates are all about movement, and it just...
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think there was one expansion we don't have.
Right. The first expansion, I think, is considered less good than the other one. So,
The Cthulhu one.
yeah, pay attention to that one. But other than that, most of them are
Fantastic.
Are great,
Or
they're all
at
on the same
least
level.
as good as the others.
Yeah. So yeah, if you like references and you like funny art,
If you like having fun and not taking your deck builders too seriously, then yeah, this is great.
yep. All right. So we hope you enjoyed this video and review, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.